Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 121 and today we are starting things off in the industrial district next to the massive sugarcane farm that we built in the previous episode of Hermitcraft. We are not going to be working over here, but I thought I'd start next to it because I'm proud of this thing. It's bonkers. I mean, just look at it. It's so ridiculous. The whole industrial district is nuts, but this sugarcane farm is definitely a pretty impressive addition to the place. I'm very proud of the fact that we managed to get it all finished in one episode, and I'm also very proud of the fact that every single time you harvest it, if it's a full harvest, you will get 50 stacks of sugarcane. 50 stacks! I mean, that's probably enough to provide firework rockets for me for 6 months, and if Grian steals all of the sugarcane, maybe 3 days. We're gonna have to harvest this thing every 3 days. Anyway, heading back over to the base, my plan for today's Hermitcraft episode is to create the best advertising scheme in the world for Sahara Now, because as you know, I'm in direct competition with Iskall and Grian to try my best to get more members to sign up than those two, and I mean, I've come up with an idea that is bold and needs a lot of redstone, which isn't brilliant because I can't seem to find my redstone box again. Yeah, probably should have known that it would be here. That's a given. Anyway, in terms of my marketing strategy, this is the prototype. So here we have a piston feed tape, or the beginnings of a piston feed tape, and you can see it says Sahara Now, and then the next line is going to say is open, which I know sounds like bad grammar. Okay, Sahara Now is open, but no, it's Sahara Now is open. Oh, why did Iskall call it that? Yeah, I did think that might be a problem. Okay, so we're going to have to reduce the size of our piston feed tape. And that works. So we're going to have blocks in front of the pistons. That stops any of the crazy bud action happening. And also, bad grammar is now gone. It's just going to say Sahara Now. That's a bit tricky to read, isn't it? Maybe we don't go with redstone blocks and redstone lamps? A large amount of head scratching later. I think I've come up with something pretty smart. So we're going to need a bunch of cyan terracotta, we're going to need a bunch of yellow concrete, a bunch of glass, and of course a ton of redstone. And finally, I've run out of my massive sand stores that I had. I think I had about 9 shulker boxes, and I think it's lasted about 15 episodes, so not too bad. I also have absolutely no yellow dye, so here we are out in the fields picking up daisies, or whatever these things are. With all the resources gathered, I think this area here, the sky, is the place I'm going to build it, and I'm going to build it directly above Impulse's iTrade shop, so that it is right in the center of the shopping district, so that everyone can see it. Alright, so this is the height of it. It's looking pretty cool. I've placed it just up here. I was going to build it right the way up in the sky, like really high, but then I realized that actually the likelihood of someone looking all the way up there is probably pretty low. So if we start constructing this thing in its ring formation, we need 11 blocks going across. It's an 11 by 11 by 11 piston feed tape, and we're going to have one message that just wraps round and round. Now, it is worth mentioning, this isn't going to be running for very long, probably a couple days, because otherwise, yeah, it's going to cause lag forever. So there are our piston towers, all looking very nice indeed. So now I've actually got to start building up the structure itself. Now, I'm hoping that I should be able to get all of this contained and looking rather lovely. So you can see those observer towers going up the side there. Those are transmitting the signal to the actual pistons themselves. So in theory, all I need is a small little redstone circuit down on this bottom layer here, which then runs into those observers, and that should be it for redstone. So then we should be able to make it look quite pretty, I hope. It's actually quite small. Like, I've placed in a lot of the blocks of the base, so we've got stone slabs on the bottom, and then we have the rim. We're going to have the same thing on the top, and it's not big, is it? I'm actually happy about that, because I was kind of worried that it was going to be a horrendous, ugly eyesore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want people to see this. I want people to spot it, but I don't want to ruin the entire horizon of the shopping district, and this is actually about the right size. This isn't too offensive. But with that being said, I think we are going to have to employ other strategies for more advertising so that we catch more eyes. We'll start work on those in a little bit. I have got a ridiculous idea. I've just cleared it with Iskall. He thought it was hilarious. He did his standard Iskall laugh, and that's how I know I'm onto a winner. I don't know, actually. It's starting to look a little bit bigger now. Now that I've started adding in the frameworks around the pistons, it is starting to look a little bit bulky. But still, it looks cool. I wonder how much time on the Hermitcraft server has been spent looking at this stump. I'm genuinely curious. The cyan terracotta is going in, and as you can see here, I'm thinking about leaving it hollow. Originally, I was going to build it up as one big block, but I actually like the idea of it being completely empty on the inside. The only thing is, that means that we have to do something quite interesting with the redstone. I think I've come up with something that could potentially work, but I've never tried it before, so this is going to be interesting. Things could be better. Finally, I have bought all the cyan terracotta and also all of the undyed terracotta. And now, after politely asking Green, he said that I could have some, but I'm having to go through his horrendous storage system. I mean, how does he play Minecraft like this? How does he do it? It doesn't make any sense to me. Thankfully, I actually managed to find 14 pieces of terracotta in there, which was just enough for me to be able to finish this big terracotta wall here that wraps around everything. So now I've placed in all of the circuitry for the piston feed tapes, and hopefully this works. This is my theory, okay? Is that actually cycling round? That is the question. I mean, it doesn't seem to be breaking. So this is a slightly different way of doing a piston feed tape. One that I don't normally use. Normally I do the two ones that are opposite one another diagonally and then the other two. This way you get slightly less blocks in the piston feed tape, which is actually good for us. And all we have to do is run... We have to just run repeaters around like this. I mean, it seems to function. What happens if I unload the chunks, though? Because this is on a big old chunk boundary. In fact, it actually splits up between 4 chunks, which is hilarious, as my original idea was to build it all within one chunk. Right, that has definitely been unloaded. Now let's fly back. Is it still spinning? It looks like it is. And it doesn't look like it broke at all. Which is saying something. That's a good thing. Don't mind me just getting thousands upon thousands of bits of glass. Oh yeah, here they go. Even I will admit to the fact that that was a weird noise. How is this thing going to look with the text in then? I've started placing it in. Oh man, when that's scrolling around, that is going to look... That's going to look so cool. Oh, that is going to look hilarious. Now that I've placed all the letters in, I've realised that I wasn't really that extensive with my testing. I just spent a bunch of time writing everything out, and I've realised that I only did one test to see if it would break if I fly out of here. If it does break, I'm going to be quite upset. After a very, very nervous few minutes, I think after checking everything... we are good to go. So is this? Yeah, that's where the observer is. So this is the observer that can kickstart the entire system. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Does it need to be a little bit faster than that? I feel like it definitely needs to be a little bit faster than that. Oh, have I built this the wrong way round? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Oh no! No, I haven't. Now, I definitely think it needs to be a little bit faster than it is right now. But still... Look at this thing. Wait, I want to be able to see both edges. It's not that bad on the server either. I mean, it's difficult to tell. It's difficult to tell how much damage it's actually doing to the world, and if it's causing too much lag. But it seems smooth enough. This is the best. So you got Sahara. It needs to be a lot faster than this. So we'll have to speed things up a tiny bit. But still, it gradually scrolls around, and eventually the now will come in. Really, is the sun setting? Is that how long it's taking for this thing to scroll? Come on, I want to see the now bit. 14 hours later, here we go. Here it comes. So this is stage 1 of my advertising campaign. I think I'm gonna halve the number of repeaters. I'm gonna make it twice as fast because yeah, this is This is slow by everyone's definition. I think I've actually made it 3 times as fast. Let's see what happens here then. Oh, okay, that's pretty quick. That's swift. Let's see if it's actually readable. Oh, that's so much better. This is perfect. It's... and everything's working. Nothing's broken yet. So when you're flying around in the shopping district, say you fly over here, you're going to spot that and you're going to see those Sahara words making their way around the system. Oh, this is awesome. I love piston feed tapes. I think piston feed tapes might be some of my favorite redstone technology in all of Minecraft. I mean, seriously, it doesn't get better than this for me. So let's do a quick cleanup of... Oh, yeah. All the scaffolding needs to go. And now that it's looking much tidier, I guess I have to add in my actual little chest that, tells people to get a membership. Because otherwise, obviously, there's no point in me doing that. Oh, that doesn't look good. I can't quite see it unless I'm looking down. Oh, thankfully, just a visual glitch. My heart went through my chest. Want to be a member? Rename a token. I will be in touch. Sahara Now member... Membership cost 100 diamonds. Job done. Except not quite. There's another part to this that I really want to do that I think is going to be hilarious. All I need is a name tag, a bed, and then I need no items. That sounds strange. It should be easy. There's one detail that I'm not sure how I'm going to do. I'll get onto that in a second. I think I've got everything. I don't even know what I'm looking for right now. This might actually be all I need to make this work. So here we have a zombie. And he's chilling out. I'm going to rename him in a second. We've got a bed. It's all fully lit up, so hopefully it should only ever be me and this zombie in here. We've got a bed. Okay. And I should be able to respawn in here once I set my spawn. We've got the zombie in there. Got the bed. Zombie. Rename. That's all we need. Come on, let me sleep. I have no clue what time it is on the server right now, so I'm just going to hold right click until I can sleep. Finally managed to do it. So now I have set my spawn in there. Now we're going to rename this. Want a Sahara Now membership. Message. Oh, I've run out of characters. All right, let's see if there's anything we can strip out. Right, want Sahara Now. I guess that makes sense. Is that gonna work? Message me. There we go. I think you can all see where this is going. Right, now if I just break this, there he is. Incredibly catchy name. I mean, you're not going to forget that one in a hurry. Okay, so he's good. Now, if we put all of our valuable items in here, including my food, and then break him out fully, he should want to attack me. Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, so he... Oh, see, I've got resistance. All right, that's good. That means I'm not going to spam the chat too much, but he's still doing a decent amount of damage, so I should die eventually. Come on, dude. You are slacking. Look at this. I can't die even when I'm trying to. What is going on? All right, here we go. Now, please tell me it actually comes up in the chat. What? What is distracted? The villagers have distracted him. Okay. Yeah. Alright, okay. That works. It works. Now, if I respawn... Yes! I respawn looking in this direction. So he's going to kill me again, hopefully, if all goes to plan. And then I can set up some kind of auto-clicker type thing. And we can we can do this all night. The only thing I will say is that he takes so long to kill me that I think I might actually break through the block in front of me before he does. And that could cause some issues, so I'm going to put some obsidian in place. And now I have myself set up with an actual working auto-clicker system, which allows me to use this thing. So I've just pressed play on the auto-clicker. So now I'm gonna respawn for the rest of the day. This is the silliest idea I've ever come up with. Right, see you tomorrow in about 14 hours. It wasn't the best 14 hours. I got kicked a few times and it turns out that I actually had to buy a license for my macro program, which cost $60. So that's not the best. But still, here we are, back on the Hermitcraft server the next day. And there are so many people online that I'm tempted to leave it for another hour because I can't help but notice I haven't received any messages just yet. So I feel like we need to leave this going. We need to keep it going just because it's so silly. I mean, I've read through the chat. Look how many there are just since I logged in this morning. So after having some lunch, I came back to find this. Somebody has come in and they have renamed my zombie. He's been renamed to Trespassing in Area 77. But I wonder when they did that. My advertising, no wonder I've not got any messages. You know, everyone's been online. I was expecting at least 2 or 3 deals. But he's been renamed. No. Oh no. He's stolen all my armor. I just put my armor on and then died, and now he has all of it. So now, unfortunately, I have to kill him. That is so frustrating. Alright, we'll have to get ourselves a new zombie then. Alright, there we go. We have got ourselves a fresh new zombie with a fresh new name. Want Sahara Now membership? Message me. He's back. we managed to get him back. Okay, I'm going to keep him in that chamber for now. There's actually something that I quickly want to check out. Kubo, I think he got a hold of one of my flip-flops. He gets very excited when he gets a hold of one of my flip-flops. It has been a while since I've been over here. I forgot how crazy this place got. Oh, that is just ridiculous, isn't it? Anyway, over here we have got Hermitland. Hermitland is actually taking shape alarmingly fast. So here's the thing, okay, I have not been over here yet. I have not checked out what the other hermits have been doing. Is there a... Hold the phone. I had not realised there are shops here. This is not something that I was aware of. And that is Grian's blimp. But yeah, this place is dedicated to games that the hermits are making, little mini games and things like that. And the reason that I'm over here is because, well, I really want to work on a game myself. You see, every single season of Hermitcraft, we've always had theme parks. And one of my favourite things to do in Minecraft, as you guys know, is to just create silly little mini games and things like that. So I thought I would definitely make some. I mean, I knew this place was big, but I had not realised it was this big. There are some serious games in here. Right, yeah, we are going to have to really step up our game and do something impressive in this space. Because look, there are some absolutely wild structures. There's an awesome roller coaster here as well. This looks amazing. Those scaffolding blocks are perfect for roller coasters. God, this is this is huge. I did not realise it was this massive. I've seen all the hermits working individually on their own little games, but seeing them all in one place, or sort of all in one place, it's madness. My brain is firing on all cylinders with ideas for mini games and things. I'm really excited to get started on that, and I'll probably do that in the next couple of episodes. But until then, I'm going to be dying. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's just lock this guy in place. And this is going to be my spot. Don't want my chicken to despawn. Okay. Right. Time to spam the members of the Hermitcraft server once again with my advertising. I really do hope that you've enjoyed today's episode on the Hermitcraft server, and I will catch you again in the next one. See ya. Such a silly idea. What a silly idea. It's one of those things that it came to my head just very briefly, and I rolled with it, and it's actually ended up working out. On a complete side note, I think I'm going to get a new microphone. This microphone, for some reason, I'm falling out of love with it. I've had it for 5 years now. It's time for a change.